Intro music.
That one's not by Joseph
No,
Tilley, is it?
sorry, Joe.
Sorry,
Nope.
Joe Till.
Hey, he's got a great TikTok channel. He just he posted like 8 videos yesterday.
You're talking about the Joseph Tilley.
The Joseph
guy
Tilley.
who dedicated 16 hours to our intro music.
Yes.
He has the amazing TikTok. They should follow him. What is he, Joseph Tilley Music?
Yeah.
Man, they should follow him. You know what else would be cool? Just start the intro right now.
Boom.
Man, we jumped right into that. Coming at you live, pre-recorded. Yeah. Welcome to the Tyler and Neil Explain Everything podcast.
We're gonna explain the crap out of this thing.
Oh my goodness. Neil dropped the C word. So you know it's real. Sorry, kids. Parents, cover your kids' eyes. We're talking big stuff right now.
Sorry, I don't know
What if a parent was listening to their kid, you said that, and then they cover their kid's eyes?
Done. Well, that's not our audience.
That's not our target
The mom,
audience.
the kid, yes.
The kid, yes, absolutely. Okay, so Neil, you know, it's been widely reported that we took a year-and-a-half hiatus during
Prove it.
pretty much during the most topical and controversial year and a half in 150 years in the United States.
This is the only reason why we're not in jail right now.
Absolutely, it is. It's the only reason we
you know
still
of.
have jobs.
Coming to you live from jail.
Folsom Prison, us and Johnny Cash. I hurt myself today. So one of the things that really ramped up like a Pythagorean theorem during the... We're coming in hot today.
Yeah, we are.
We were ramped up during the pandemic was an app.
I'm sorry, during the what?
Pandemic.
I don't know what you're
The
talking
panorama,
about.
during the panorama.
Yeah, it definitely ramped up.
It ramped up hard during that time period, and it is still ramping up. It's still escalating, if you will.
It's not going to stop. There's no ceiling.
It's escalating.
Don't stop stopping.
Like a mall staircase. It can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records. Yeah, TikTok is what we're talking about today. We want to explain TikTok to you because here's the deal. I think I had an account, but I was not, like I don't think I'd gotten on it more than 15 minutes total before, like when we ended our last season.
Oh, wow.
Had you used it much at all? I
had an account, but hadn't. I think it was like user 427B/9. I don't even know what it was. But I was like, I looked at it a couple times. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a kid's dancing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need that. That sounds terrible. That sounds like we would end up in Folsom Prison. Yeah. So
but
it's like, don't do that.
Lo and behold, we did need it.
We did need it. And TikTok has quickly, I mean, it's number one in entertainment in the apps. I think it's been the most downloaded app every month for like a year and a half.
I believe
Is that correct?
I'm
pretty sure. Like literally other like Facebook, Instagram, like people are now targeting how do we compete with TikTok? YouTube, everybody is.
Oh, wow.
They are trying to, like YouTube Shorts was created to battle TikTok. Instagram Reels was created to battle TikTok. Here's the thing with Instagram. They tried to buy Snapchat, and Snapchat wouldn't sell. So they said, well, fine, we'll just put your app in Instagram. And they had Instagram stories. And it took a huge hit on Snapchat.
Right.
Reels has not had the same impact on TikTok. No. Why do you think that is? Why do you think people still stay on TikTok as opposed to just, I'll just do it in Reels?
I don't 100% know. Do you have an answer?
I have an opinion.
Okay, yeah. Why?
I think it's because the algorithm. Yeah. I think one of the most valuable things that TikTok has is their algorithm and how quickly and accurately they can put you in a community.
Yeah.
I tell people, if you spend 2 hours on TikTok, you don't even have to like something. Right. You don't have to even like one video. Right. After 2 hours of being on TikTok, you will only see what you like.
Yeah, it knows you.
It knows me. That's from a song. Sorry, guys.
So like if you're on Reels and you're in Instagram, you're only seeing people that you're following.
Yeah, I think they're trying to push the Explorer.
Well, but they're going that direction.
Yes, yeah, that's what they just announced. Tell us about that. Tell us about the announcement.
4 days ago, the CEO of Instagram, and that's his last name. It's Chris Instagram. He said that they're moving away from being a photo posting and whatever, that they're going more towards the algorithm that TikTok is doing. So right now, if you're on Instagram and you're scrolling through your feed, it's just the people you follow. I don't even like those people. I'm doing it because they're my relatives.
Yeah, exactly.
But with TikTok, it's what you like. It's your interest base. It's all that. So it's very different. Page. And they're trying to bring that around with Instagram and Reels, and they're trying to make it stick. So what's funny is like my kids, they won't watch a reel to save their life.
Yeah.
It's because it's the way it's being fed to them. They're like, I
Yeah,
don't
it's being
want this.
pushed.
Yeah.
Don't force
So
me into
gross.
this. I don't want your Brussels sprouts. Here's the deal, Neil. Can I tell you something? Here's the deal, Neil. That's what they called you in 8th grade. So your name just rhymes with someone. Nobody's like, hey, come fly through the Skylar, Tyler. Nobody's saying that.
No.
I don't rhyme with Jack.
I should.
Now, Jack, that rhymes with a lot. So, so spoiler alert, I don't have access to Reels on my main account.
What?
I still do not have access. They still have not released access to my, because they do rollouts. Instagram does for features. My Instagram account, I don't have Reels. I can switch account. You look at me like that. I can switch over to like the college or my cards account.
Yeah, and
I have Reels. I do not have the ability to make a Reel.
How dumb is that? That's not creating a scarcity. Like, I have to get this. I have to. You're just like, well, guess what? If you don't want to do that, I'll go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Man,
oh, I mean, that's what I do.
didn't know
TikTok is my primary app now when I create content.
Yeah.
I create it in TikTok, and then I push it out to YouTube and Instagram and TikTok or Twitter. It is TikTok. Push to Twitter.
All right, you ready for how much of a competition it is between TikTok and everything else?
Yes.
If you post something from TikTok over to Instagram, which it does seamlessly out of TikTok, and that's how you know it's up at the top of the food chain because
Yes.
it's streaming downwards.
Yep.
When it can automatically post to the other ones, what Instagram has done in their algorithm is if it senses that watermark TikTok logo on your video, it will push you down on
It'll
their
throttle
algorithm.
down your views.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
Has
man.
it stopped me? No.
No.
Nah, still doing it.
Well, I don't know. I can't post Reels. I post them as videos. So, like,
Wow.
it opened up. Can you do 3-minute videos?
3 minutes.
So I do. You've got the 15-second, which is the worst. When you start recording and you hit 15, you're like, oh, crud,
Oh,
I
gosh.
forgot.
Yep.
15-second, 60-second, and now I can upload 3-minute videos. I did one 3-minute video, and I went to post to Instagram, and it did as IGTV, and I was like, ooh, I have not done an IGTV in like 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want this because IGTV doesn't fall into your search terms as easily
Right.
as like something native in the video, 60 seconds or less. So I always switch to 60 seconds. I try to just cram that all
Keep
in
it in
there.
60.
Yeah, keep it at 60. So we have segments now, Neil. We're cultured. This is what growing up smells like.
I'm grown.
I'm grown. I'm a grown blank man. That's like my favorite phrase that I would never say because it has a level 1 cuss word in it.
no.
But
Sorry, Mom.
This is a section called Cliff Notes.
Oh, yeah.
Cliff Notes. This is where we kind of tell you what it is. We kind of jumped in hot and just like ran in there.
Yeah, we'll tell you now.
It was like a Black Friday at Target. We just ran in and ran down the toy aisle. Give me the Turbo Man.
Clipped somebody's Achilles heel and ran over.
We sliced it and diced it. Kill Bill.
Oh.
Volume 2 or 1?
They're
Why don't they just make it like a mini series?
great.
Okay, so Cliff Notes. This is where we kind of give you an idea of what it's about. What is it? One of the phrases that I saw that TikTok has, like if you take a TikTok video and you share it as a text, TikTok has like a subtitle, have like a tagline.
Right.
Their tagline, and it's very accurate, and you just talked about it, is their tagline is, it starts on TikTok.
Wow.
Think
For
of it.
real.
Think of it. Trends now start on TikTok. They go and to the point where Instagram is throttling views because
Right.
they don't want you to just take it from TikTok and funnel it in. They don't want to be a second-rate
right.
friend. They don't want to be your second-rate app. They don't want to be your
Wow.
second choice, but they are. They are now your Twitter, your MySpace. They're becoming
Yeah.
Facebook, where you just stick it. I don't care how it does. That's not where I care. And so it's like
Just putting this over there.
not just that. And I was going to save this till later. Songs. Artists are writing songs
Yep.
for that TikTok 15-second hook.
Yeah.
They like Olivia, what's her name? Rodrigo, the one that did Driver's License.
Yep.
She literally, when she writes songs, she thinks, okay, this is my TikTok section.
Right.
I don't know where it is now, but I looked like a few months ago. 8 of the top 10 songs got popular off TikTok.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, makes sense. They're creating them for what is going. I mean, Jason Derulo, who even remembers what he? But on
Jason
TikTok,
Derulo.
but I mean, he's making stuff specifically for. Yeah, all these
Yep.
guys are doing it. Like honestly, that's really Drake did it too.
Yep.
Specifically for which one is going to be a hit on TikTok, which one are they going to be able to dance to on TikTok, which
Yep.
one will trend there first, and it
And
carries
then
over.
push over.
Right.
Exactly. I hear songs now, and I'm like, oh, that's a TikTok song. And I'm like, that's what the rest of it sounds
One
like.
of my favorite TikToks is an account that actually shows you on video where your favorite sounds actually came from and where they start. Like one of my favorites
Yes,
is
what's it from?
It's what's
Yeah,
it from? Don't be suspicious. It's
Don't
one of my
Be
absolute
Suspicious?
favorite- It's
Parks
from
and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Yeah.
John Ralphio, by the way, one of the top 3 greatest TV characters of all time.
Incredible.
They're in a funeral.
Daddy, money.
because I'm the worst. That's like my favorite line.
It's amazing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
it's
So
good.
TikTok is where trends or where it starts, where it happens.
Where it starts. It starts on TikTok, and it does. That's the thing. It is. But here's the deal. That's the history of the world. It starts with young people and rolls up to the rest of us.
Man.
You know, and then we catch it when we got it.
Whenever.
So okay. So let's give you a little bit of a history lesson, if you will, cliff notes of where it came from. So, well, no. Sorry. History 101 is a different section because we're growing up, Neil.
Oh, yeah, we're growing up.
Finish Cliff Notes, Tyler. So Cliff Notes, TikTok is owned by ByteDance tech company based out of China. They do their subtitle. I know it says that subtitle when you post it, but their subtitle in the App Store, videos, music, and live streams. Now, you don't think of live streams, you don't think of TikTok, but they're pushing it. Everybody wants live streams.
Right.
They prioritize it. It's number one entertainment. It's one of the things I was looking at is what separates it from like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter.
Right.
It is an entertainment app, not a lifestyle app. So don't think of TikTok as like equal to Instagram, because Instagram is like, here I am, look at me, this is my life.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a picture of my life, this is a video of my life. It is more Netflix than Instagram, but it's in the bite-sized chunks of an Instagram or a Facebook or a Twitter.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that people want to be on there, because it's not like, oh, I'm bored of seeing my friends take crummy pictures at the beach.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching things and learning and entertainment. So, I mean,
You can't really even like polish it.
No.
Because they don't want you to.
They don't want you to.
Yeah,
Every time I do a high-edit video, it does trash on the algorithm.
Wow.
Like, they want terrible angles. They want authenticity.
Yep.
And I think that's one of the things. Last thing before, under Cliff Notes, I want to read the mission statement of TikTok. And then, Neil, I want you to take the next section because I've talked way too much.
Okay.
Mission statement that TikTok says that they aim for as a company. So anything you see, this is like the filter they run it through. To capture and present the world's creativity, knowledge, and precious life moments directly from the mobile phone. So they're mobile first, okay?
Okay.
Mobile first. They're not put it on the TV. It's mobile first. TikTok enables everyone to be a creator. So they're empowering their people and encourages users to share their passion, communities, and creative expression through their videos.
Man.
They want you to find community. They are not about, look how great we are. It's, let's help you find where you fit in, where you belong.
So that whole side of it of from a mobile phone directly from your mobile device is huge, because it tends to celebrate, promote, push, love the things that are really genuinely captured in the moment, as opposed to taken over, edited, and brought back in.
Yep.
Yeah.
They do. They want authentic. And they don't want it to feel like you're playing them. They don't want to be, and that's this whole generation.
Yeah,
they've been marketed to their whole life.
Right. They don't. So that we always talk about it. There's a balancing act between a production value and authenticity.
Yep.
And the higher that production value goes up, authenticity comes down.
Yep.
Every young person can spot that a mile off.
Yep.
You're like, well, it doesn't look good. It doesn't whatever. One of your favorite. I used this line twice yesterday. You could film it on a potato, but if you can hear it, if it's like good, the quality of it. It's this balancing act between those two, and I think this definitely gets it. All right, history of TikTok. Like, what is it? I mean, what is it still called in China?
Okay, so in China, it's still called, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, and I apologize.
It's okay.
Douyin, Douyin. Douyin. It's still called that in China, and it's called TikTok everywhere else, or most everywhere else. Originally, it was called A.me, but they changed it within like 2 months. This is back in 2016.
That sounds really
Odd.
It's
It's hard to say. It's like, remember when Apple did the .me? Like, websites or was that email addresses?
That was it. That's kind of like what it was. Well, didn't it start off with like your instant messaging in there? Your messenger app was like So what it did is it gave you your own your phone number, but you could also be available at neil@mac.me or something like that.
Yes,
like,
that was it.
So after that, it became TikTok.
Yeah, well, Musically.
No, not really. Yeah.
Musically was, I think, around in 2016 in America. They wanted, and it was like, it's very similar. It was a lot of songs, lip sync. I got on Musically when it first popped off because Gary Vee told me to. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, this is weird. It's just a bunch of like teenage girls. Like, I don't feel comfortable with this. So I didn't ever get on it. And that's maybe why I couldn't get my actual @Tyler Tarver, because I probably lost it in the Musically merger. Aww. And so Douyin, or the company ByteDance, they bought Musically and then they turned that into TikTok. Okay, so it's like they took Musically, they merged it. They took all the features and everything. So TikTok, as it is now in the United States, is very similar to what Musically was, except for it has more creative outlets and then just like lip sync to the song. And so that was in 2017. They bought it. and transitioned it to TikTok. Okay, they bought it for $1 billion. It's worth more than that.
Then it was
2017 it was worth $1 billion because it had the attention of that generation.
Oh, I got
and
you.
that's the reason one reason TikTok is successful is because they lean into what does that generation like and want,
Right.
and everybody else will follow. Parents are going to go where their kids are because
people are freaked out because it came from China.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
Well,
the government tried to.
I mean, India did. India blocked it. Like
said
straight
no.
up, they had I had 40% of the users before America they bought Musical.ly was in India, and then India blocked it because of like
Oh, man.
apparently they don't get along with China. And here in America, they tried to block it, and then they didn't have a lot of grounds. I think the reason that Trump wanted to block it is because they were trolling him on TikTok. These accounts were telling people to go register for his rallies and then not show up. And I think he got upset about it, and so
Shut that thing
he
down.
was like, "I'm gonna shut it down because of China," and without a huge
Yeah.
reason. And then China literally, like TikTok, filed a lawsuit against the U.S. government because
way.
they didn't have any grounds. I don't know how.
I
I think
wondered
the lawsuit.
why it came out, but I could never really
Yeah.
get to the bottom of it. I was like,
No.
wait, I think it's just you don't like it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
and he just wrote an executive order, so which
Okay.
anytime there's a transition presidency, they can get rid of those. So I don't know if that lawsuit's still going, but I mean, it's freaked a lot of people out on TikTok for a while. They're like, "Hey, go follow me on Instagram in case we get shut down."
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah.
We mentioned that at the end of last season. We
did.
mentioned it in a footnote of something
did?
else. Yeah, we did. We
Man,
talked about
we're
like,
ahead of the
this
game.
thing's gonna get shut down. Ha 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 ha. Whatever. When we started Trademark Church, when we started that TikTok account, I had multiple people tell me, texting me directly, "Hey, bro, you better be careful. Like they're tracking everything you're doing." I'm like, first of all, I don't think they care.
First of
about
all,
me.
Google's already tracking everything we do.
I was
So
like,
is
oh,
Apple.
Well, get in line because
Yeah.
I'm giving my information to
It's like,
everybody.
whoa, sorry, don't know that I went to a gas station. Like, what am I doing? I'm not a secret agent.
Government employees were not allowed to have TikTok on their phone because of a breach of security.
Wow.
There are all these other things happening. People are like, you got to get away from that.
Yeah. Well, apparently TikTok didn't feel the same, so they're filing a lawsuit. They did file a lawsuit. So they merged in 2018 is when they merged Musical.ly. So it's still a very young app. Because, I mean, Facebook came out in 2005, I think. YouTube came out in 2006. TikTok is where it is now, and it is the fastest growing by far. Grew faster than
Right,
Instagram, Facebook, all of them.
Yeah.
And merged in 2018, and there you go.
Who's like one of the biggest hits? The
One of the
biggest,
biggest
like,
names?
yeah, yeah.
Charlie D'Amelio, for sure. Now,
And
who's that other
is
dude?
he on Fox News?
He is a lady. She does a lot of dance stuff. She was the first
Right.
person to hit 100 million followers. And then there's another guy. I need to find him. You talk while I find this dude. He's the one that, like, when somebody does something, he like stitches it, which means that like they show part of that video, and then he
Right.
comes in and he just like says, "Why don't you just do this?" Like, like in movies, you're like, just
Yeah.
call the police. Like he does like the
yeah.
basic like, just do this, and he looks at the camera. He might have passed her. I need to look him up.
Stitching or duet or any of those things are amazing when you're watching one and all of a sudden somebody else's footage comes in and then
Yep.
you reply. Some of the best ones that are out there are those ones. What is that one with the two guys from, they sound like they're from New Zealand or Australia or something like that, and they basically kind of try every one of these TikTok trends.
I don't know.
And they tell you if it's legit or not. They try them all, and the majority of them are awful. You should definitely not do that.
Nope,
So
don't do
Charlie
it.
D'Amelio, she was the first person to 100 million.
She is, and she's actually the only person over 100 million. Okay, second, and I don't want to say his name wrong. Cabane Lame, he has 86 million.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he's second, and then Addison Rae is third.
Okay.
Bella Poarch. So like three of the top four are like young 20s
That's
girls.
a massive following.
Yep. Will Smith made it to sixth place. Good job, Will.
He,
Will jumped into social media.
He was one of the first ones.
He was
YouTube.
good.
I remember when he went on the Tonight Show and he had his own GoPro that was strapped
He
to
had
him,
it
and he had a thing all. I mean, he went,
All
but
in.
it gave people access to
Yep.
hey, here's now his is produced.
Yep.
But it's still
Still him.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes up for the overproduction with like you get an inside look at what people you've admired your whole life do.
Yeah.
Like he'll tell stories about when he met Arnold Schwarzenegger, and like he tells like these things that you're like, oh, cool. Like that's what it is behind the curtain.
Right.
As opposed to like starting and building it up. He's already built it, and now he's giving you access.
Right.
And
Which
so I
is-
love the way he's addressed it. So.
So she got like all sorts of brand deals out of this thing. Charlie D'Amelio did.
Oh yeah, she's making cash money. They started a podcast during the pandemic, and it started out super authentic. Did you ever see a clip of
Really?
it? Colin and Samir covered it.
Oh,
They
yeah,
talked
yes,
about it's
yeah.
like It was her and her sister. I think it was her sister's podcast, and it was just like them with like holding like you will,
actual,
like
the little iPhone
that
things.
mic, and they're just like handing it around. It's terrible quality. Blew up to the point where it's like a studio, and she films it, and it's weekly show. These people have the audience, and now they just decide, what lane do I want? Do I want to start a podcast, Explain Everything podcast, like and subscribe? Or do they want to go in and be in movies? Because you stick Charlie D'Amelio in a movie, you're going to bring in at least 2 million more people. Blow up. Minimum.
Yep.
So
they were at a Yankees game a couple days ago, and the amount of people lost their minds over it, like that they were there trying to find them in the stands because they were, the level of access that they have. And they're not overproduced. And now they do, don't get me wrong, and they do some of that. But apparently America doesn't run on Dunkin' because Dunkin' actually is sponsoring
Charlie. She got a drink at Dunkin' Donuts.
Her own drink?
They have a drink named after her.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't ever go there. I like Dunkin' Donuts. Don't like their coffee at the store. I do like their grounds. Have you ever had the grounds? It's actually really good.
I have not.
There you go. Sponsored today by Dunkin' Donuts. Charlie and us. Biggest names in Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. So they're launching their own brands.
Yep.
Of what?
Of everything. Like there's them. I don't know. Yeah. You tell me.
Well,
I know other people are launching coffee.
They have a custom designed mattress.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what it says. They're launching it like it's coming out. There are all sorts of different people that have their own brands.
Yeah. And that's the future of these. It's not like, oh, Samsung, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you're not only going to sponsor me, but you're now going to name a laptop after me.
Yeah.
Or they'll just launch their own. These creators are like, why do I need to go partner with these people when I can just say, you know what? Here's my own T-shirt company. Here's my own coffee company. Emma Chamberlain, she has her own Chamberlain coffee company.
Yep.
She do her own thing.
Oh, yeah. My girls are like,
why split it?
Yep.
Why split it?
Why do it? Yeah, it's
cash
not even
money.
A brand deal. It's your own brand deal.
Cash money. Yeah. Hey, you know what? We're grown-ups now, Neil. We grown. We got a section.
Oh, what is
section?
it?
What is it called? It's not called section. What is it? Segment.
Segment.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, this is called 3v3. 3 versus 3. You give 3, I give 3, and we say who wins.
Okay, you go.
I'll go first. Okay. So I'm deep into educator TikTok. That's kind of where I am. By the way, while we were meeting, I passed 80,000 followers.
Come on.
Yeah, what's up?
Look
I'm
at
waiting
that.
on a check.
Waiting for that brand deal.
Yeah, I actually turned off.
We filmed this on our Tarver video camera.
I'm sponsored by Sony.
Our videotapes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
sponsored by Sony.
I'm deep into the educator TikTok, they call it like teachers of TikTok, hashtag teachers TikTok.
Right.
That's the thing. The communities, you find the community, lean into it. Okay. If you like something, there's a community for it. They have literally communities for everything. And so literally, that's not literally, but pretty much a community for everything. Ashley, I called Amanda Ashley for the first 2 days I knew her, by the way. I was like, it's not my fault. You look like an Ashley. Okay. Hey, that's how you win them.
She's great.
Pretend like they're not important enough to remember their name. That's not true. Don't do that. I'm kidding.
Please don't. That's an entirely different
Although it
podcast.
did work. 1 for 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
So, undefeated. Never lost. Wow. I'm just going to say a stream of pop culture references. So I'm deep into the educator TikTok, so I felt like it would be important that I name an educator. There's a ton of educators I love. I did a TikTok teacher conference where I interviewed a bunch of TikTok educators that I really like.
Yep.
But one that I would recommend, it's at Lessons with Lewis. It's Deshae Lewis. She is an educator at Russellville. Everything she makes is entertaining. Like, she's fantastic, and I love all of her content. She's upbeat, she's positive, and she's just and you don't have to be. That's the thing with TikTok. You want to be real, but she addresses even stuff that's frustrating for teachers in a fun way. Even like kids that show up to school after you want them to be done with school. And they just their parents drop them off because they don't have anywhere to put them. And so the teacher's like, get them out of here. But she's at Lessons with Lewis. She actually teaches in Russellville, Arkansas. I did not know that. I asked her to be on it, and then I found out she was in Russellville. I was like, I literally used to live in Russellville. So she's fantastic at Lessons with Lewis. Who you got?
Hank Green, at Hank Green 1.
How did he not get Hank Green?
I don't know. Yeah.
He's one of the biggest names on social media.
I'm curious to see who actually is Hank Green.
Who is at actually Hank Green?
Who is
Hank Green, if you guys don't know, him and his brother, John Green, his brother wrote books, Fault in Our Stars, a bunch of other young adult things. They did, I think they were Vlog Brothers. Weren't they Vlog Brothers? Wasn't that their YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And the big thing they really lean into, especially Hank, he was an educator, I think, for a while. They do Crash Course.
Yeah.
And it is one of the best
you can
educational
tell
YouTube
he was
channels.
an educator because he's teaching you in a way that you're like, oh wow, this is actually fun.
Yep.
Which is a huge side of what TikTok does. You can learn a lot of things, and there are people and they're like they post things that aren't real, and people do kind of catch on to it, and they're like they take it way over the top. And
Absolutely,
like, that's not true. But
no. So why do you like Hank?
It's the way that he teaches.
Way he does
I
it.
don't feel like I'm being
Taught.
Yeah, it's fast. He's funny. He also does some great duets back and forth or stitches back and forth with people. Like they'll post something and he'll come back and he goes like, nah, that's not. Yeah, I just like him.
You know who else is really good at that? Dan Povenmire. He created Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, okay.
And he's on there. He's fantastic. He's not on my
Really?
list, but I should have put him on there. Fun fact, talking about teaching, Hank Green did one the other day I thought was really interesting. He talks about how there is like a theory in science that it shows why the universe is not infinite. Like it had a beginning because we see stars because like over long periods of time that light finally gets to where we can see it.
Yep.
He said if there wasn't a beginning, and it was infinite, there would be stars everywhere, and the sky would just be just a light.
Not even blue.
No, it would be light.
Just be pure, bright white light.
Because we would only be seeing stars all the time.
Which is crazy.
It's wild
You
to think
you're
about.
like, oh, okay.
That's cool.
And
I love
then-
it.
And then somebody asked me, like, where'd you hear that? I'm like, TikTok.
TikTok.
Get with it.
Get with it. All right, my next one is not Clay, and I say he's one of my favorite. I love his thing. He presents himself as like kind of that dude in high school who wasn't cool but acted like he was cool. So wears like an upside down visor and sunglasses, and he's just like he does a lot of duets with people, and he'll just be like having conversations, and he's always trying to come off really cool. And he's like, "Yeah, man, it's no big deal. It's like whatever. Like she loves me. It's no big deal." Like it's just I love people who
Mr. Struggle.
pretend to be cool but aren't cool. That's kind of where I've always been my entire life. Fun fact, in high school, my friends and I, we had nicknames for guys. There were two guys that we made fun of behind their back because we're great people. We're eighth grade. What do we know? And one of them we called Cool Guy, and because he walked around like he was a celebrity. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, he walks in the cafeteria. He's like finger gunning, and no, he thought he was probably like 40% cool. He thought he was 150%
Yeah,
cool.
it was off the chart.
And then there was another guy, very similar, but he rode skateboards, so we called him Skater Cool Guy.
Oh.
Yeah, you just learned something about me I don't think I've talked about in 25 years.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Learn something new.
Yeah, what do you got?
At Andrewski.
I love him.
With the E is a 3.
I absolutely love him. He's a lawyer.
Yeah. So, and the reason why, so you can get people on TikTok that do rants all the time.
Yeah.
His is articulate, and he uses large words sometimes, and it just totally throws you off. You're like,
Yep.
whoa, I did not see that coming.
His delivery is fantastic.
It's amazing.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I'll be Marco Poloing you, and I accidentally do that, which is better than my normal Marco Polo where I look like a melted garbage can.
No.
Hey Neil, it's Tyler. Here's my agenda for my day.
My phone overheats in the car.
Because it's hot fire.
It's too hot.
Because I'm hot garbage. That's how it is.
That's not true.
I
All right,
love
your
him.
third one. Who's your third one?
Third one for me, Straw Hat Goofy. Have you ever seen him? He
No.
does a lot of pop culture stuff. He reminds me kind of like Emergency Awesome does on YouTube. He does on TikTok. And he talks about Loki. He'll do like 2 or 3 Loki videos every time there's an episode. He talks a lot about Marvel. Anything pop culture. He is doing you've probably seen him. He's fantastic. I really like him. Straw Hat Goofy. Straw Hat Goofy. All right, who's your third?
Dan Shaba.
Dan Shaba. That sounds so familiar.
Hang on. We'll go there.
I know him.
Yeah, it's like kind of like so it's I think they might be brothers. I could be wrong. They basically take a TikTok trend, a thing, a whatever, and then they try to attempt it in their own kitchen, and then they always do puns the entire time.
Yeah.
Most of the time it doesn't work well, which is funny, but when it's like genuine shock when it actually does work. Like they just I don't know. They're ridiculously funny, and they're really consistent. Like everything they do is good.
That's
I like
solid.
them.
Okay, I think you win. Mine are great,
how do I
but
win?
I think you win the 3v3 because I follow yours too. Like that's the win.
Okay.
Like if you pick a winner that we both follow, that means
Well,
they've won us both over.
I didn't have not Clay, so I'm gonna I hit follow on that one. I got you.
Yeah, you better.
Well, how many downloads? Daily active users?
Okay, cultural impact. New
Whoa.
segment, cultural impact.
New segment, spoiler alert.
We need to get it like a sound. Hit the sound effect. Cultural impact. 1.3 billion daily active users.
There's not even 1.3 billion people on the planet.
Nope, not anymore. Not anymore. They've all gone to Mars with Elon Musk.
Man.
But it's got over 2 billion downloads. About half of those daily active users are in the around the world, minus China. The other half are in China. So
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a combined. Remember, they're not the same name. It's not called TikTok in China. And so It's actually called not TikTok. That's what they call it in China. I'm just kidding.
Not TikTok.
Not TikTok. It is the most downloaded app in the App Store. It's just every quarter number one.
The age range is wild.
Age range in users?
Between 10 and 29.
62% of the users are between 10 and 29.
Dang.
Yeah, you want to know what's relevant? There you go.
Yeah. Also, that's a good, like my dad's not on it. And that's probably why.
Is he not 29?
No.
Is he 10? No. He is a 10.
He's got a huge white beard.
See you.
Sorry, Dad. That's
He would be
two for
great on
two.
TikTok. Is he on Cameo?
I don't think so.
You know, TikTok is releasing their own version of Cameo within the app.
What?
Where you can pay creators to send messages to you.
No way. Yeah, because
Cameo-
why? Okay, literally, why do you need to go to Cameo when you could just do it in there? They're already there anyways.
Here's one of the reasons TikTok's going to beat Instagram, in my opinion. Okay, think of this. Every influencer on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, they want to make YouTube videos. Why? Because YouTube has a revenue stream. Like they have a built-in, people that market with them. They have brands that are comfortable with them because they've been around for a while. They're a veteran company. They trust them. It's got attention. They're going to put money into it. Right. Creators, they have to eat. They want to buy stuff. They want to make money with what they're doing. Got to eat. Big dog gonna eat. And so Instagram and Facebook are trash at making their creators money.
Their marketplace is
no. TikTok did $1 billion for the creator fund. They are they have brand deals built in where you can brands can find you and then just do it all in the app. They're doing Cameo. They do everything they can to bring their creators money.
Yeah.
And also you can get big on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like anything could go viral. You had one go viral like the second TikTok you made.
Oh my gosh.
You're a big deal, Neil.
1.5 billion.
Really?
People on the planet.
All subscribe to you. Sorry, Charlie.
I think this is my bold prediction. I think that Facebook is actually going to become just Facebook Marketplace for yard sales, online yard sales. That's all it's really going to be. What else do you use it for?
I don't know.
You're not going there to make money. You're going there to get rid of your stuff.
You're going there to get your rent house out there. That's what we just did.
Oh,
there you go, fam.
Out there.
But seriously, TikTok is you can tell because that's what killed Vine. You know, people are like, it's just the new Vine.
Right.
The reason Vine died is because they were mad because they became the funny app and not the creative app. And they did not they would not listen to their creators. They didn't invest in their creators.
Okay.
They straight did nothing. And their creators were like, fine, we'll go to YouTube. Fine, we'll go to Facebook. They went everywhere else because Vine didn't care and it died.
Yeah.
Your platform is only as good as who's putting content on it.
Yep.
Because I wouldn't go to TikTok if people weren't on there making stuff I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Whoever invests in their creators is going to succeed.
Smart.
There you go. You listen to that, Mark.
Smart.
Mark!
Well, the question here is, will it rock?
Our greatest segment.
This is our
Will
best
it
segment.
rock?
Will it actually rock?
We actually can have a correct answer to this. And the answer is yes, because The Rock is on TikTok. And he has, I think, 37 million followers.
Think about that.
He's only following one person. Who do you think it is? You're going to get it right. I know it. I trust
Kevin
him.
Hart.
Yes, he does.
Come on!
Only person he follows is Kevin
He
Hart.
should follow Jack Black.
Jack Black's incredible on TikTok.
Jablonis. He's incredible.
Yep.
That makes total sense that he would do that.
Yep.
He actually, you said earlier that they're going to live more often. I've lost track of how many times I've seen The Rock go live. He's just on there.
Yep.
And then also you're getting the access. So you can do Instagram live or whatever, blah, 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 but it's not really feeding into your... he has one of the best accounts for showing some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, offset, on-set, whatever.
Yep.
It's not just all like workout videos. But so yes, it will rock.
It will rock.
100%.
100% rock.
Yeah.
All day, every way.
Yeah, he's there.
We did it, guys.
And we're going to do a crossover episode with him too. He'll be on the show
Rock.
next week.
You know, he does lean into he's partnered with Liza Koshy. He'll partner with creators and jump onto because he's smart and he knows to right now he's got the older generation with Fast and Furious or Hobbs and Shaw or whatever. You know, he's got them with movies. I don't know if movies are it. You know what I mean? There will be movies, but
it's too few and far between.
Exactly. You have to have an infrastructure of people like Straw Hat Goofy talking about your show or your movie afterwards. You know, you have to have this infrastructure, and he knows to be popular 10, 15 years from now, he needs to be where that generation is right here.
So there are a lot of ads. There are sponsored videos that are on TikTok. It's not completely void of all that. It has that in there. But what's wild is you have movie trailers that are on there. They're short. They're whatever. Blah blah blah. But what's interesting is he can get on there and promote his movie here with this whole behind the scenes access and you see him, and it's better than if you were just to play the trailer. And he knows that.
And where he gets paid, I mean, he doesn't get most of his money from TikTok. However, him having 37 million people like I think his last post had 6.2 million views, and it was almost 1 million likes, like hearts on it. I didn't heart it. It's just for research. Okay.
All right.
So you can't hold me
Don't
accountable
go
for that.
look at it.
Whenever a production company is looking at their movie and they're like, "Oh, should we get The Rock or John Cena or Vin
What's
Diesel?"
their reach?
It's like, okay, Vin Diesel's not going to bring anybody in.
No.
Nothing's going to go viral. He's not going to get us that attention. The Rock's going to bring all that attention, that whole customer base that you want.
Yeah, you're not just hiring him as an actor. You're hiring him as an influence in general.
He's your marketer. It's no longer we need the newspaper to tell us. No, it's like you need these stars.
Mad Men.
It's what is their reach, and are they going to bring people to our movie and make us money? And he does.
I think TikTok, you can be helpful, you can be an educator, you can be funny, you can be creative, you can do any of those things, and it all works on there.
Yep. It is a. You talked earlier about people that are like stitching other videos or duetting. It is a creator-focused app. It focuses on because you'll see there's one educator I follow, his name's Jay Salazar, and he made a video where he was just like, "Oh, I cannot believe it. And then over 50,000 videos were made using that sound around all different kind of communities. Right. He was an educator TikTok, and I think he was on Hamilton first. Then he was on educator TikTok, and he made that, and people reused it, and they're sticking it in their community. Baking TikTok or card TikTok or whoever. They're recreating it using that sound and adapting it to their community.
Instead of all that going through some other company who is really going to try and profit off of it, you put it in the hands of the people who are going to use it the most, and you give them access to it, which is like what you said, like you're listening to the people that are on your platform, which is really good.
You know what it reminds me a lot of? Do you remember Joseph Gordon-Levitt's thing he did called Hit Record, Joe?
Yes.
Where it was like he encouraged people. It's like that, but in an app and easier to do.
Wow.
It was always hard to do it with Joe's because it was like a website and you have it down.
Yeah, it was tricky.
But here it's like, no, we want you to use the sounds, the songs, the dance, like use all of it. And like overlay, like got it to where I did one the other day is it goes dun dun dun, where it's like those dudes dancing, and you can like crop yourself over it and you put like a quote above it, like me whenever I do this, and it celebrates it, and you're like dancing with them. Yeah. It's such a collaborative app with everybody else in the platform, and anybody can go viral. Anybody. And so amazing. It's like people don't want to invest their time when it's like, oh, cool, I'm going to push this into Instagram for 3 years and never get a post with over 100 likes.
Well, it used to be where it's kind of reserved, like YouTube or whatever. You have to be able to produce a really good thing, and the bigger, the better, the good lighting, the whatever, all this kind of stuff. You build this channel of it, and this is real. It's not the opposite of that. It's just faster. It's like,
get more shots
this is real, legit, right? Yeah, you could post 5 times and what it wouldn't take you to.
Exactly. I was getting to the point where I was posting, when I was doing the best, I was posting 3 times a day. I would post
on TikTok.
Yep, 6, 7, and 8 p.m. every day. I would go record 3 or 4 of them, save a couple extras, push them out there 3 times in the afternoon, and that's when I was doing the best because you're giving the most shots at it.
Yeah.
And 4 or 5 would get moderate views, and then 1 would pop off, and you grow. And it's just what you do.
That's amazing. That's TikTok, everybody.
That's TikTok. We explained it pretty well and almost too long, but not long enough, really.
Yeah. We should do another one of these.
We should cover everything we missed in the pandemic. What do you guys want us to talk about next? Go hit us up on TikTok. We literally created it 2 minutes before we did this. Yep. We are Explain Everything Podcast on TikTok. Hit us up and tell us in there what you want us to talk about.
Oh, we'll do it.
Also, we not only love you, we're in love with you.
We like them.
As a friend that we're in love with. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming to my TED Talk.
Wow. That's a very different platform.
Looks like we made it.
Oh, yeah, looks like we made it. Sorry.